He's a crazy horse. That Shando. That Shando. He's a wild and crazy horse. Oh, yeah. Hi. Hello. Thank you for the light. Hey, Josh. How are you doing? Hi, Joshua. Doing good. Doing good. Just took my dog for a walk. Actually, I'm going to open that window because it is kind of hot in here. It's a nice day. Nice spring weather. So unpredictable here in the springtime, I must say. But it's muddy out there on the grass, and every since Shannon was a puppy, whenever we walk out onto some squishy, muddy grass, he gets the zoomies, and he jump at me, but he doesn't he's just like, he's just so funny, man. He's a wild horse, crazy horse. I had to change my outfit because he got it all muddy. Goofball. What the heck? What does that even mean? I don't think I want to know, dude. I don't want to know. I don't want to make any assumptions here either. It's our 3 o'clock. PST. How's it going? Waiting for some of my coffee to be done. Hello, Ann. How are you? Didn't catch what you said about things you did different when you made your casserole. I tried to find it in the video, but I could not locate it. Well, I mean, I'll share my Discord with you, and can request to join my server, and I'll accept your request, and then I'll send you the recipe. How about that? That's easier. Or Instagram. I'll try to be better at checking my Instagram more often. But yeah, I took Shando for a walk because it's finally nice out there. It's not all rainy and dark. It's a beautiful day. I love spring, man. That's when New Year's resolutions should begin. Springtime. Makes more sense. It's like, who's in the mood for resolutions when it's just, you have a whole, days and days of dark and dreariness ahead in January? It's like, it doesn't even make any sense. Yep. Let me share that stuff with y'all. Welcome to the channel, guys. Thanks for coming. Hey, Bigger. Oh, he loved the walk, dude. Shando loves it when it's springtime. He's like, yes, the sunny days are here. He's not a big fan of the rain. And he's a big fan of squishy, wet grass. And so we went out onto the grass, and he's just bouncing around, jumping at me. But, he doesn't, jump on me, but he jumps at me. He gets his paws on my pants. And I had to change. That was kind of funny. He's a goofball. He's a goofy dog. Oh, you gonna play with your favorite toy now? You do that. He's got a big personality, that Shando. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joa. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oops. I had the sickest dream last night, by the way. You see that video I posted? Basically shared it, the whole thing. I wrote it down. Anytime I have a cool dream like that, I'm definitely writing it down. I'll write down all my dreams if I can remember. But I was surprised by how much of it I could remember. It was like, as long as I repeat it out loud, the chances of me remembering the dream skyrocket 80%, if not 90%. Otherwise, I'll just forget if I don't. I just go back to sleep. Oh, I forgot. I completely forget. But the coolest part of that dream was we were in this like indoor theme park sort of deal. And one of the coolest aspects of it was that there were these little, I mean, it was like a lake, indoor lake. Like there's several feet of water in every room that was like aquamarine colored. And there were these moss-laden little islands, some of them really high, kind of like karst topography, you know, looked like a little bit like that, but not quite. And Shanda was in the dream. My two sisters, I remember, were in the dream. And at one point, my mom was in the dream because she said, we got to go home and do laundry. It was kind of funny because one of the last rooms we were in was like this room with just filled with water and just mountains and mountains of clean laundry. And I remember thinking, wait a minute, shouldn't this smell like mold in here in the dream? But the coolest part was that before we entered that room, we were in we were sitting on those little islands, and there were these big boat-sized carp, or you know, like I know they're like genetically modified when they're this color, right? I've heard, but the white and the orange ones, the really pretty ones, were just like circling around us, or like 3 of them. Hey, they're just kids out there. You let kids be kids, Shando. And then there was this one dude, just random dude, painting at an easel, and he was like painting our portraits. This was such a random dream. It was really cool though. And what the coolest part about it was that Shando didn't wake me up. I got to have the dream until I woke up this time. That's always nice. Anywho, it's always nice when it's springtime. Now, some of the people yesterday were convinced that I smoked weed, and they were like accusing me as if it was like a hard drug or something. You know, they just like being super serious. Not only that, but I'm proud to say that I haven't. Not that I have anything against it. I might pick it up someday and, you know, just enjoy a tug or two every now and then. But I'm proud to say that I haven't. And that dream I had is pretty much proof. I've never dreamed while smoking weed. You know, I went years without having a single dream that I could remember. And remembering that one so vividly, you know, I mean, that sort of stuff doesn't just pop up into my head. That's a dream. That was an actual dream I had. And I'm so glad that Shando was in it. I've had 2 dreams of Shando now. I'm just so excited that I had that dream. I haven't had a dream like that in ages. Anyway, I'm just like, no, they're like, well, your pupils were all fucked. You know what? I never associated like dilated pupils with marijuana use. However, I am weaning down significantly on the Suboxone. In fact, the other day I was taking way less than I was supposed to, and you know, I get distracted. I even, you know, a lot of it is kind of mental. You know, just you can convince yourself that you're sick almost as much as just being sick in general. And yeah, I mean, they have me on 2 of them. I took like only a part of one, and I had been live streaming for 7 hours straight without touching any more of it. That's why, you know, when you come off of that stuff, your pupils do dilate. Yeah, when you start to go through the early stages of withdrawal from, stop it, those sublingual films, your pupils will dilate. Yeah. Shando, leave those kids alone. Don't do that. You know, we're gonna have to live in an apartment someday. You can't be doing that. Barking at every little kid that comes by. Don't. That's a big no-no. Don't do that. It's annoying. Hey! 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 If you're good, I'll give you a treat, okay? You be good. Don't do that. It's okay if there's a bad guy out there, but don't bark at little children, Shando. Jeez, get a grip. Get a grip on yourself. I know you're tough. I know you're big and tough. I'm just sharing my information here. Okay. what a nice day it is. It's like, oh, I caught you. Oh, the proof is in the pudding. No, when I smoke, if I smoke weed, when I smoke weed, my eyes are red and a little glazed. I've never seen anything happen to my pupils. Could just be the light shifting around them. I don't know. But it's more than likely that I did not take enough of the medication. I'm weaned down a little too much that day. In fact, I started to feel like I was going through withdrawals. No, William, I'm not. Not that I have anything against that, but no. Dumb. Some people are just so bitter. Let's just ignore those. Okay, so sorry, Discord, I'm a little distracted. I'm gonna have my coffee soon. Oh, wait, it's not that. Okay, my Instagram, where you can find a lot of my artwork, by the way. It's Katrina.art. All right. Then I have that down correctly. Yes. Pin message. Folks, clearly she is from Narnia. You got that right, bro. You got that right. Bingo. Bingo. That's a bingo. See how smooth that was? I nearly bumped into something. I just... Okay. Oh, good. Looks like my coffee cup was empty. Okay. You're such a sweet boy, Shando. Oh my. Jeez. How's the connection here? Good? Looks like it's good. Yeah. That's a bingo. Interaction with public is a good upcoming YouTubers like you deserve growth and love. Well, thank you very much, the Radio Master. That's very kind of you to say. Progress, not perfection. So right, yeah, because you know, the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry, as John Steinbeck would have said. I always take it back to John Steinbeck because I've been obsessed with that guy for like over a decade now. But anyway, I mean, that's very true. If you expect perfection out of everything, you know, the higher your expectations, the harder the crash, the more you're going to give up on yourself. You're going to think, oh, yeah, I'm such a failure now. I mean, that's not the case, you know. It's oftentimes, you know, relapse is a part of the whole progress as well, unfortunately. Yeah, did I share? I did share that post as it was like, they listed a bunch of stages to recovery, and that was one of them. There's like resistance, or let me look it up. Actually, I could probably find it easily. One sec. It's very important to know these things. Well, thank you very much, man. I'll high five back. Let me see if I can find that. Because I think that's very good information to know. Yeah, so yeah, this morning, I did a bunch of spring cleaning, took Shando for a good walk. Well, thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much, Shaw. Yes, absolutely. It's very important, you know. You know, I've heard they did some type of research into kind of faking it till you make it. But you don't have to fake it till you make it. I'm not faking it right now, but sometimes when I'm sad, I do try to smile through it. I try to remember what my best friend said. It was, you can carry it like a load, or you can dance through it. And there's actually some truth to that. Like if you it does something to your brain. It makes you feel like, you know, maybe, you know, it kind of induces some happy chemical when you smile, or when you try to think positive thoughts even when things are bad. You know, it's and over time it can actually improve your mood just overall. Kind of hard to explain. Sorry. That thing is kind of hard to get enough of it on my hair, but it's good stuff. They say apply copious amounts, and yet it just comes out in the tiniest. It's one of those roll-ons, you know. My hair looked better yesterday. All right, let me see if I can find that, because it's awesome, and I should have actually saved it. Yeah. Let's see if I can find that. It's good stuff. Okay. It was pretty easy for me to find that before. Oh, I need to check my comments and stuff. Okay, I'm getting there now. I'm getting there. I know it's close. That was such a sick dream, my friends. Such a sick dream, in a good way. Sick. Not there. Huh, we're getting there. No, I'm gonna find it. Oh, here it is. It's like this, it's called the Stages of Change model. So I want me to read this to you. It's very good information. Okay, here we go. Oops, here we go. The Stages of Change model, also known as the Trans-Theoretical model, describes 6 stages people go through when changing a behavior: pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, and termination. This is by a Jacksonville Kid, 1041, by the way. It is a cyclical model, meaning individuals may move back and forth between stages, with relapse being a common, unofficial part of the process. The 6 stages of change: pre-contemplation, not ready to change and may not be aware of the problem. And I mean, it's so spot on because I went through all these stages. Contemplation, thinking about changing, but still hesitant and conflicted. Preparation, ready to change and taking small steps, such as making a plan. Action, actively changing the behavior, typically for at least 6 months. This pretty much happened to me in 2021. Maintenance, sustaining the change and working to prevent relapse. Termination, the new behavior is fully integrated and there's no longer a temptation to return to the old behavior, which happened to me in 2023, obviously. Key aspects of the model. Relapse. It is common for people to relapse and return to an earlier stage, which is not considered a failure, but a normal part of the process. Cyclical nature. The model is not linear. Individuals often move back and forth between stages and may need to repeat the cycle to make a change stick permanently. This is, by the way, is not an excuse to go and relapse. This is just a very, very common, typical journey people go through when they're trying to recover. Application. The model is used in various fields, especially health and therapy, to help individuals understand their readiness for change and to guide interventions. Intervention. Strategies and interventions are tailored to each stage. For example, in the pre-contemplation stage, The focus is on building relevance, while in the action stage, it is about reinforcing new behaviors and managing triggers. Yeah, that's a very good post right there, man. In fact, let me see. I'm gonna pin it. That's a good idea. I'll pin it. That's very good. Hey, buddy. You know what? I gotta use the restroom. Be right back. Goodness, it's so muddy out there right now. The Shando's making our floor all muddy. It's okay though. What a sick dream. Bye bye. I see the wind coming in the, yeah, it's nice and breezy. Spring day. But don't you agree that's when New Year's resolutions should begin? Like, you'd think. I'll read it too because I wrote it down. Nice and concisely. Like a story. Full story, bro. So, this is dream number 2 of my journal. But I've had at least, 4 dreams since I stopped smoking the marijuana. So dream number 2. I've had at least 3 dreams which I vaguely remembered, but I failed to write them down. None of them compare to the fantastical dream I had just last night. Shando, I, accompanied by my family, even my somewhat estranged sister came. We visited a magnificent, marvelous indoor theme park. Or was it even that? I secretly wish my sister liked me, but she hasn't liked me for a long time. I don't know why. Some elements strange, some curious, I can hardly describe on paper. So much aquamarine. We found ourselves in a lobby where my 2 slightly younger sisters greeted us. They're like 1 and 3 years younger than me. I was so happy to see them. You know, it's so trippy thinking that my sister's like 34 and 32, you know? They always just, seem like my little sisters. But they're they're both in their 30s as well. The room and all of the ones following were aquamarine, dark teal in hue, casting a transparent sheen. Okay, you're being loud. One second, let me close my door. I'll start over that. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You keep playing. You keep playing. The room and all of the ones following were aquamarine, dark teal in hue, casting a transparent sheen. Okay. You done? I'm kidding. I hope you don't think about jumping up there right now when your paws are so dirty. Anyway, I should wash off his paws, actually. Hey, you're a good boy. Just one sec. The greatest of all the rooms was filled with several feet of crystal clear water, with giant rocks here and there upon which to sit or to land. I can't wait to share my dreams with you guys. They can be so random. Covered in moss, I sat with Shando upon one of the highest of them, and my sisters joined. Now here's the best part. Colossal magical carp the size of boats floated through the atmosphere, lazily swimming to and fro. 1, 2, 3. There were also smaller fish that would fly out of the water and land on our little island. One of them ate my phone. I only thought of my device because I wanted to take a photo of this magnificence, but couldn't find it till I saw it inside the translucent belly of one of the smaller fishes. Down below, we spotted a person at an easel painting us as we peered down curiously. Shando sat next to me. My sisters sat together, one on that small island in the middle of an indoor lake, as giant carp circled above and around. In another room, also filled with several feet of clear water, there were mountains of clean laundry. I remember climbing the piles and remarking, "You would think that it would smell of mold in here." At one point, my mom had us go home because we needed to do laundry. I remember asking if we'd be back later that same day, and she said yes, but then I woke up. And I also forgot to mention, and I'll just leave it out because it's kind of negative. Just, I guess, I would have included everything if I had remembered it, but then I recalled one part of the dream where, like, I guess I had to change my clothes, probably because it's like, you know, we're in water, and wading through water, and there's this like really creepy guy, not anyone I've ever known. He actually looks like maybe a movie character I've seen before, and he was just like sneaking around trying to catch a peek, and I'm just like, that might have been when I woke up, actually. It was just creepy, that part. Yeah, leave that part out. We'll just leave that part out. Aw, thank you, Fright Chain Global. We've just begun. That's awesome. Appreciate it. What do you know about marine spirits? And did you ever watch any kind of Christian pastors online? No, I've never heard of anything like that. I'm Catholic. Oh, well, Sandro, well, there was this creep watching me as I was trying to get dressed. But, I can be very stealthy about that. Like, I just, cover myself with something, like the outfit I'm about to put on as I'm putting on part of that outfit, I'm like, but it was like, he was just like really trying to peek, and it was just weird. Oh, and I remember trying to report it, and then the dream ended. I was like, trying to report it to the staff. Hey, there's some weirdo trying to watch women undress, and then blah blah, or something like that. Oh no, that's definitely not a fantasy. That's a fear. That's a fear. Trust me. That sort of stuff. Yuck. No. Also, he was ugly. I remember him being ugly. Patches of hair everywhere, just random patches of hair. It wouldn't matter if he was handsome, man. A creep's a creep. I don't like that. I've had some creeps do things around me. I don't want to bring that up. I don't want to bring that up because I know that some people are here might get off on it too, and that's just no, thank you. Shouldn't have even brought it up. That's disgusting. People think whatever they want to think. They think it's like they see someone for a few moments on a live stream, and they think they know their whole lives or what they're thinking, and It's ridiculous. Anyhow, change the subject, please. I don't like that stuff. It kind of gives me this. Nightmares often do just sort of come in to my dreams. They intrude into my dreams every now and then. It'll be all nice, and then there'll be like a nightmare comes in. I'm like, ew, go away. Often that's when I wake up. I'm like, hey, jump scare. I've even woken up crying from it, but not like that. That's just I just wake up feeling disgusted. But dreams where something happens to someone I care about, or yeah, drug dreams can be very disturbing. Fortunately, I haven't had a drug dream yet, which is very nice and reassuring. Hmm? Make my nails. Because I'm waiting for this stuff to peel off. It's got a top coat on it. I don't play an instrument now, and I was gonna learn how to play the acoustic guitar, but so one of my friends at work was gonna teach me, and then we just stored it downstairs in the stock room, which is down where the basement is. And of course, someone came around and stole it. I have an idea as to who, but they lied about it, and I don't want to say who because it's either one or the other person pawned it. I'm not going to say who though because I don't know which one of them did, but they made themselves. They pretty much exposed themselves. Like in that, yeah, they pretty much let me know which one of them did it. It's like they're blaming each other, but I could tell that the one person did it because the other guy, his stuff got stolen and he was devastated, and his stuff got stolen along with my guitar. And then the other guy, who was his ex-friend, they just had a real falling out, and he started saying, oh no, he pawned it. I'm like, and his other stuff? Oh, that's because he's like really broke. Okay, that's possible, but you've lied to me before about various things. Why should I believe you? I don't know. Either one of them could have done it, so I'm not going to say who. But, and of course I wouldn't say who anyway. Just like I said, I don't name drop people like that, no matter what they've done to me. Just, no, it's asking for trouble, actually. But, yeah, that happened. And when I was a kid, I learned how to play the piano. I took piano lessons for a few years. And then my piano teacher came in. Like, my brother would play piano while I sat and waited for him to be done. Then I'd do my lessons. Well, as I was waiting for my brother to be done with his lessons, I'd always be drawing. My teacher came up to me and said, oh, you should be taking drawing lessons. And so I had that fixated in my mind, like, oh, I want to take drawing lessons instead of that, because I found, I loved playing the piano once I was like good at it, but it could be, I mean, just frustrating because my hand coordination was really bad. I mean, my hands would often just go flat instead of like the way they're supposed to. And my teacher would just like pick up both hands like doa 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 doa, and that's literally how she said it. And and yeah, I mean, it was fun. Recitals were pretty fun. It was really nice when I knew how to play. But there was also like when I got real bad anxiety, when I would, it's interesting how if I don't think about it too hard, I can play it really well. But if I think about my hands and my coordination and how I'm playing too much and whether I'm going to mess up, I just like lose it. I can't play as well. I could probably, my brother's been playing since he was 9. He's really good. He's been good for a long time. Yeah. I was a sign painter for 20 years. I was the absolute worst artist and guitar player until I painted for 20 years and learned how to do it easy. Yeah, I mean, it takes practice. I've loved to draw ever since I was a little kid. And I started painting, like I painted not much actually, but in watercolors. I painted one watercolor when I was like 11 or younger. And then I always got a drawing slash, colored pencil painting set for Christmas and for my birthday and from the Tooth Fairy. And um, I started oil painting. I started my first oil painting in 2014 when I was 23. And yeah, my teacher took me into the back room after I was a painting of Carl Sagan, and I did a painting of some southern China landscape, which got stolen, by the way. It got stolen. I accidentally left it into the campus restroom, and I was so devastated. That was one of my favorite paintings I did at that time. But anyway, he took me in the back, gave me a bunch of big used canvases that you can paint over, you can sand them. If they got varnish on them, you can paint them. He said, is this your first time painting in oils? I said, because yes, it was. Last time I painted, it was acrylics. Took a painting class, it was acrylics. I said yes, and he said, I don't know what you're gonna do with your life, but don't stop painting. Please don't stop painting. And so I shouldn't stop painting, man. I really shouldn't. I should do it as much as I can, or as much as I'm up to it. If I'm emotionally overwhelmed, it can be difficult. There are people running around upstairs. I know the cats aren't gonna let me. They'll let me if there's no one around, but once there's like people, it's party time, and the cat will jump from that ceiling high cabinet onto the table. Like, he did it 3 times the last time I did it on live stream. It's fudge. I'm also working on a commission, and I haven't worked on that in like a couple days. I need to get back to it. Must have been a good painting. Sorry to hear someone's. I know. It was. I mean, it was a while back. We often view our work, different perspectives through time and coming back to it, staying away from it. That's why it's important to take a break every now and then come back to it, because you might perceive it differently, and you will perceive it differently, actually. But yeah. She is opening up her world to you, not for anyone to dictate their world her way. She hasn't been rude to anyone. Why be rude to her? Thank you. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. And I appreciate you sticking up for me there. That's very nice. Yeah, people can be nasty. I mean, it is the internet, and I know what they are. I know what they are. I don't know who they are, but I know what they are. Very bitter, insecure people. And I think it would behoove me to just ignore them. I'm gonna go check on my laundry. I'll be right back. And after that, we'll just talk a little bit and play it by ear, make some dinner. It's almost that time. Come on, buddy. Shit, got my pants all muddy. Did I use medication? Well, they prescribed me something like clonidine, I think it's called. And I didn't take it for that long. But yeah, when I was going through alcohol withdrawal, they put me on clonidine. Okay. Chicken wing, hot dog, and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chilling in my boat with my homies. Cool story, bro. I did before. Not anymore. I don't feel like I need to go there and do that. It's not, you know. It was nice at first, but you know, I'm thinking of just finding another meeting. The people, you know, some of the people there weren't all that. They didn't seem like they wanted to be there. Some of the people there, kind of cold, kind of standoffish towards me, a little bit. And I know why. I know why. It's probably not a good idea for me to bring that up either. uh, anyway, so yeah, I mean, I mean, I have a lot of war stories that I have shared here and there, but what matters is that no matter what, you get up, you don't put yourself down, you don't belittle yourself, you don't tell yourself that you're a failure because you've relapsed or because other people treat you like you're now tainted. You know how some people treat you like you're tainted, like you're irredeemable, some people, how people judge you. I don't know, man. Like, I certainly do get judged by some people just for the fact that I became an addict. But those people are very ignorant, and they don't seem to realize that anyone can become an addict. There are people who get into a big accident, they have to be put on pain pills, and then they can't afford, their insurance won't cover all of their treatments, so they have to go and get stuff off the streets, or so they think they have to do that because they just can't bear the pain that they're in. You know, there's more joy in, like, I forget which book this is, but I think what was it? I think it's James, but I'll look it up again just in case I'm wrong. But there's more joy in heaven over one redeemed sinner than over 99 righteous persons. Did you know that? Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Meaning either God or no one. Let me see. I'm just going to see what that Bible passage is because I should know. I think it's, it could be John actually. Let's see. I think it's John. Either that or it could be Mark. Damn it. Okay. Or more. There is more joy in heaven. Luke. Okay. Chapter 15, verse 7. It's a good one. Live with me like my soul. A fragment of my heartbeat. Search ChatGPT for home workouts without equipment. Okay. That's, yeah, you know, that's a good question. Yoga is a good one, but you need a yoga mat. That's the thing. I have a yoga mat. Let me see. Okay. Speaking of which, I should lift some weights. I was thinking about doing that today. You can get a very, oh yeah, running, walking, there you go. But you're saying at home. I see. You can get a very effective workout at home. Jumping jacks. Anyway, okay, I'll finish. You can get a very effective workout at home with zero equipment. Body weight exercises, train strength, endurance, and mobility. Do some chores. I just did a ton of chores today. Here's a simple full body routine you can start today. 20 to 30 minute no equipment home workout. Warm up. Let me close that one. Now I'm getting cold. That's some nice fresh air in here. It's chilly. Clumsy buffoon. You clumsy buffoon. Hey, Shando. You're a good boy. Let me fix this. Actually, no. I'm going to move it anyway. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, jumping jacks, knee highs, arm circles, body weight squats, torso twists. Squats, by the way. Go get your heart rate up and loosen joints. Main workout, squats, 15 reps. Targets legs and glutes. Push-ups, yeah, duh. 10 to 15 reps. Targets chest, shoulders, triceps. Beginner, do them on your knees. Do them on your knees. Lunges, 10 reps. Oh, well, lunges can be fun. Each leg targets legs and balance. Plank, 30. Yeah, that's a good one. 30 to 45 seconds. Targets core. Glute bridges, 15 reps. Targets glutes and lower back. Oh, that might be good for me because I got lower back pain sometimes. But that's probably just because I forget to get up and stretch when I do this sort of stuff, or when I'm painting, or when I'm, if I'm sitting. Usually, I mean, I do walk a lot, but not as much as I used to when I went to the cafe and worked. I used to walk like out for just all day. Mountain climbers, 30 seconds, targets core and cardio. Rest 60 seconds between rounds. Quick finisher, optional. Repeat 2 to 3 times. Burpees, 10. Jump squats, 10. Plank, 30 seconds. Great for burning calories. Cool down, 3. You're so big, Shando. Cool down 3 to 5 minutes. Hamstring stretch, quad stretch, shoulder stretch, deep breathing. Weekly plan idea: Monday, full workout. Tuesday, light cardio or walking. Wednesday, full workout. Thursday, rest. Friday, full workout. Weekend, optional cardio, stretching. Tips: focus on good form first, speed later. Oh yeah, absolutely. And with yoga especially, that kind of thing. I mean, if anything, actually. If it gets easy, add more rounds or reps. Consistency, 3 to 4 times per week. Matters more than intensity. Yeah, consistency matters way more than intensity, because if you're way too intense, you can be hard on your joints and such. And often also, like, if you're too severe at first, if you're too hard on yourself, you might it might discourage you from continuing. You're gonna be like, oh, fudge this, just a little bit every day, it'll make you feel better. You can just keep going. Tips: focus on good form first, speed later. If it gets easy, add more rounds or reps. Consistency, 3 to 4 times per week, matters more than intensity. If you want, I can also give you a 7, blah, 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 blah. No, thank you. I'm going to lift some weights. Make me feel like lifting weights. And maybe even some. Yeah. Whatever. I do what I want. Do what I want. Whatever. Just tell yourself, I do what I want. These trolls do not dictate my mood. Oh, jeez. It is what it is. Probably should put shoulders back. And then, yeah, a little faster down, slower up. Like that. Yeah, that's better. I'll do 10 reps on each side. That was probably 10. I'll do 15 because I think I can keep going. That's the right arm too. £10 dumbbells. All right. Clean line at it. Okay. Whew. What am I doing? I'm just gonna hold that actually. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. 3, 4. E-R. Okay. E. R. San. 4. 5. 6. 8. 9. 10. I can do more. I can do more of that arm. This is the best way, actually, weight training I've heard. It's one of the best ways to build your metabolism. Yeah. Okay. One more. There we go. That's a good one. Oh, I found my nice Sharpie. It's really disconcerting, all these people going on, all these, like, I mean, not people who can afford it, thank goodness, but people who don't need it, and rich people who don't need it going on to Ozempic, because, like, it's like all these people who have eating disorders getting on it, people who are already really skinny getting on it, and it's like, or just not overweight one bit, and, I mean, besides it turning them into a literal skeleton, it depletes your muscle so much that, and if you get off of it, because you have to, they apparently have to keep using it, and it's like, I don't know how many dollars it is every month, but it's a lot. It's a lot. And yeah, it's just so bad. If you get off of it, you will gain all that weight back, but not the muscle. So now you've depleted your metabolism machine completely. It's apparently, and that's, yeah, I mean, they're just finding so many health problems associated with that stuff. And now people are really regretting getting on that shit. Hey, you know what? You can just leave. How about that? How about them apples? You know, you can just leave, Cat Fun. I mean, sorry, not talking about you. I was looking at the wrong person. Sorry about that. No, you're cool too. My bad. EQ Audio Beats. You can leave. I wasn't talking about you. It was Cat Fun. Sorry. I saw looked at the wrong Come on. That's why it can be so easy to accidentally block the wrong person, because it's like the chat just keeps going. And it's like I might just get all this spam from this one troll, and then I try to block them. And then I accidentally blocked the person above them who didn't do anything. You know, it's like, oops, my bad. Oh yeah, they're probably mad about the hat. Well, you know what? I could care less. I could really care less, you know. I'm sorry for you that you have TDS, man. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get something. Wow. Well, Shando. Oh, my bad. Did I trigger them? Did I trigger someone? I'm so sorry. Not. Over there. Dear Lord. Hello. Oh, I'm gonna cry. What about gardening? You know, that's something I've always wanted to do, but most people here, most people my age can't afford a house, therefore can't afford a backyard. I do live with my parents right now, but our backyard is a little too shaded. I've asked my dad about that, and he said that we can't really sustain a garden in our backyard despite how big it is. We've got a dogwood tree, we've got a crabapple tree, we've got an apple tree. I mean, I remember when we were kids, we did try to plant a garden there. I guess it planted green beans, planted some tomatoes, but I guess you can't really sustain it out there. Also, the dogs run around, they'd probably kind of trash it. You know, I do. People tell me that my content really helps them with their recovery, though. So, you know, that makes it worth it. And, you know, I sell paintings. I've gotten commissions by doing this. I end up doing what I love and making a little money off of it. So that's a good thing, in my opinion. So some people, you know, people can be, you know, mean. People can shame. People can be jealous. People can be bitter. People can be perverted. I just try to ignore them. That's for sure. Faith is everything. Yeah, I mean, I read Bible verses, but I don't necessarily like preach it. I just share what helps me in my life. And even if you're not religious, there are some good messages in there. You know, such as don't let your anxiety take over your mind. You know, just like I'll find this really good one by Jeremiah that I really like. It's just a good message in general. One of my favorites. It's for I know, this is chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. That's a good one. You know, I like doing makeup. I like cooking. I like painting, playing video games. And granted, I haven't done some of those things in a while, but gotta understand that I was sick and fatigued and a little burnt out. And I'd actually like to do some of those things. Sometimes I become really immersed in one thing and I neglect the other. There's also a commission I'm working on that it's kind of private, so I can't do that on stream. Trying to take my time with that. I'm studying all the different elements I might want to add to it, because it's a genre of painting that I'm not used to, or just concepts that I'm not used to. I'm better at painting and drawing organic objects, or subjects, I mean, rather than inorganic, just geometrical objects and such. And so I'm practicing with that. I'm just practicing shapes and stuff. So I just practice makes perfect. Waiting for a how to draw book, like motorcycles, gears, cars, science fiction type of machinery. I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. And that should definitely help me to improve in that regard. And you can improve fast. You just keep going at it. My favorite show, I like King of the Hill. And I like to watch, I haven't watched them in a while, but I like to watch cartoons. Cartoons are fun. They kind of give me nostalgia. And I like Breaking Bad's a good one. I have to say, that's a great show. That will always be number one. That's such a good show. But yeah, actually, I like King of the Hill the most. It's my favorite show. I did watch Lost, dude. Around the time it was really popular and they were just coming out one after another. My brother owned the whole series when we were kids. When was that? Like 2000, 2002, 2004 maybe? I think I was like a teenager when I watched it, but a young teenager. It was, yeah, I saw the whole thing. I think. Maybe not the whole thing, but I saw a lot of them seasons. Had that guy who played Mary from the Lord of the Rings in it. Had what's her name? Like Evangelista? What's her name? That guy Sawyer. What was that other guy? Locke something. It's hard for me to remember all the characters, but yeah. Hey, Heather. Yeah, we all binged that show for sure. I was addicted to that show, yeah. Yeah, I was really addicted to it. Yeah. And Prison Break. I liked that when I was a kid. Or, I mean, young adult, I should say. I got stabbed by a noodle under my noodle. Oh, dear. Ouch. What's a bale? Nail under your nail. Oh man, I can imagine that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's happened to me before, because I could feel that. Yeah, man. This, like, yeah, I've been stabbed under my nail. It's no fun. That really hurts. Ugh. Oh, man. That's one of the worst places you can stab yourself. But then you small thing. Sliver. Yeah, I think one of the worst places you can actually get hit is your knee cap. Yeah. Kneecap, elbow. Yeah, St. Faustine, pray the Rosary of Mercy every day. It helps. Yes, absolutely. John Locke, yeah. That was one of my favorite characters, actually. Thank you, Jimmy. That's very kind of you. You rock. I washed a pan of noodles with noodles on it, and it stabbed my nail. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can imagine. I think that's happened to me before when doing the same exact thing. Yeah, you know how the nails kind of, the noodles harden on the pan, and you try to scrub it off, and bam! It's like your hand slips. Ooh. I hear you, girl. Was a stuck hard noodle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the only time that ever happens to me. It's like when I'm cleaning something and my hand slips. Take care, Makrilla. You have a good night. Yeah, I mean, you have a good sleep. Keep living. You're doing awesome. Thank you, Tiki Mark. Thanks, Heather. Wow, yeah, there was a jerk here. I think, yeah, just people can say the damnedest things, and it makes me realize just how low the average I mean, I wouldn't even say it's average. I would say they're below average IQ. But there's an awful lot of people with below average IQ, man. And the average IQ is 90. Or they have TDS, which, not much difference there. But, I mean, I used to have TDS due to naivete. And I had the phone situated right here, and that's when all the trolling started, I think. It's like when they saw my hat, perhaps. That could be part of it. But, it's like, whatever. Who cares? People will continue to believe debunked lies and listen, there's this woke couple, and they were being interviewed by this very famous, gosh, I don't watch her content very much, but and I forget her name, but she's that lady with the very curly hair, and she goes up with the microphone interviewing people, and they're all saying like women in Iran have more rights than American women. And so, and one of them was gay, so she's like, hey, I can pay for a trip, a trip for you to go to Iran, and you'll see what it's like, and you can, kiss your loved one on the street and see if that's acceptable, blah blah blah. And they're like, okay. So there's actually like a GoFundMe for them to go to Iran. They're like, oh hell yeah, I'd like to go there with my significant other, who happens to be, the same sex as me. Oh yeah, that's gonna go over well. Yeah, it's just people, man. People can really it's not even surprising, sadly. It should be, but it's not. Just the wow. I mean, people are just dumb. I'm careful. I'm just trying to be careful about what I say. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how brainwashed people have been. Absolutely brainwashed. Not only that, but they were like college kids. So they're totally being brainwashed at the I went to college, and man, did they ever try to brainwash you. That's when I was at the height of my leftism. Is when I went to college. They really try to brainwash all those young kids, those naive kids who are just getting out into the world, trying to be their own person. It's really a hive mind. It's really an echo chamber. Now let me see if I can find her name. 'Cause she's pretty good actually. It's just been a really long time since I've watched her content, and I'll admit that I'm not good with names, unless I watch them all the time. Let me see. I could have been like Sarah or Rachel. Let's see. Trip to Iran. Let's see. A gay couple. Just they're. I'm worried about them actually, because they're just really dumb, naive people. Let's see. Oh man, really? Let's see. Let's see. Interview, maybe. No. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now it might could be copyrighted, unfortunately, but let me see. Let's see. Let me turn off the sound here for a minute. Samantha. I don't know why I get Sarah and Samantha all mixed up. Okay. I just didn't want to get that wrong. Samantha. Outspoken Samantha. Yeah, she's cool. She's cool. I wish I don't know if I can show you this. I'm just not gonna risk it. But if you guys would like to follow my Discord, it's pinned here. I can show you that video if I remember. In fact, I should just write these things down. Share that. It's ridiculous just how clueless and willfully ignorant people are. Did you know the guy who's like, leave Britney alone? You know that guy? Very iconic. Actually, he's a Trump supporter. Did you know that? Or she? I'm not sure. I think maybe. I'm not sure what they go by, but like, I think it's a gay dude. But he's actually a Trump supporter. Much respect and very unexpected, actually. Just goes to show you shouldn't stereotype people. It is, but the guy who's a Leave Britney Malone's actually a Trump supporter, which is kind of cool, actually. I just found that out today, actually, after watching the Panic Button. But yeah, let me see. Let me just look at. I mean, I'm sure he is. Leave Britney alone, dudes. Yes, Kara. Okay, okay. Formerly known as Chris Crocker. So I haven't known about this guy since since around that meme, and so I think they transitioned to Kara. Okay, so she. Yes, Cara Cunningham, formerly known as Chris Crocker, who went viral in 2007 for the Leave Britney Alone video, has expressed support for Donald Trump. There we go. There we go. We need more people like that. You know. Cool. He needs to, or she needs to meet Blair White, and they need to have like conversation together, because I bet they'd get along. I love Blair White. She's very inspiring to me. She's such a good speaker, and just so smart and full-blown common sense, which I respect immensely. Nothing wrong with respecting common sense, you know, and admitting you're wrong. Like, yeah, I mean, I admitted I was wrong about a lot of things, but some people just can't. Or, you know, I really respect that Bill, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Actually, I'm just going to look it up. Bill Maher? I think it's Maher. Sorry. I haven't watched his content in a long time, but I did see this one bit where he basically stood up for Trump and admitted he was wrong about all this other stuff, and confirmed that he doesn't have TDS. He's a smart cookie, able, you know, has a bit of humility. He's able to approach it with grace and humor, which I very much respect. I think it's Maher. Pronunciation. Bill, no, yeah, okay. Bill Maher. It's Maher. Okay. Bill Maher. Yeah, okay, now I remember, it's Bill Maher. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've heard someone say his name. Probably because a lot of people hate him now. A lot of people who used to watch him a lot don't like him anymore. Which, you know, just goes to show, like, he's got integrity. He's willing to lose a few followers for what's true, you know? I'd rather not forfeit my integrity and be able to admit I'm wrong and stand for the truth, you know, than stick around with a bunch of people who are just going to drop me like a hot potato, or, you know, ostracize me or condemn me or slander me because I disagree on something. They'll just go all the way overboard and call me all these names that have no bearing in reality, simply because, oh, I admitted I had TDS, or, oh, I don't believe in, like, men and women's prisons. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Very toxic. I'm gonna make some dinner. Let that charge. Might have to change the connection here in a minute. Yeah, I'll do that right now, actually. One sec. There we go. Oh dear. Oh dear. How's the connection now? It's buffering probably. So I hope, you know, I love the common sense audience, and I feel pity for people who stay ignorant. Okay, I'll be right back. You know, I realized that, like, just growing up throughout my most formative years, I spent so much time just reading and not socializing because I was homeschooled that oftentimes I pronounce things wrong because I just sound it out. Like, his name looks like it says Maher, but it's actually Mar. So, like, I often read his name, but I don't hear it, you know? Or, you know, I do a lot of more reading than I do hearing, but I should watch his show sometime. I just saw that video recently. You know, I feel like having cream of wheat. I think I'll have that. I just washed the pan after all, didn't I? No? Did I? Yes, I did. Awesome. Cream of wheat with some fruits and some good stuff. Let me show you how I do this, because this is, I mean, it's easy peasy and so satisfying. Very good, we have milk. Whole milk. Man, I did so much spring cleaning this morning, or just chores in general. If it was spring cleaning, I'd really get to it, but, you know, I'd be, like, washing walls and stuff. But I cleaned the living room, the dining room, swept. I did this, swept the stairs. I should do some recycling too. What else did I do? Did some mopping, did the dishes, cleaned the kitchen, except for the inside of that stove. I need to clean it. Can't believe how much those cats shed. Should do some yoga. That might behoove me to do a little yoga. I have to change my outfit though. Yeah. Okay. Cream of wheat. Not sponsoring them, but this is good stuff. I'm a big fan. Oh, did I? Oh, good. Didn't think I ran out of chia pudding. I did already have my sea moss today. Dried cranberries. Okay, let's get some strawberries. And blueberries. Put right there. I like it when they're semi-raw. You're such a good boy. I'll get you some pictures of it. You're so big and strong. I'm glad that you have a little bit of rib definition. Maybe, I hope. Yes. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, you're looking much healthier. So yes, pecans. What's up? Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. I forget to do that, to say my blessings before my meals. I do. I used to do that all the time when I was a kid, you know. When we ate at the table together, we'd always say our blessings that way. I like how our table blessings are so, you know, to the point. You know how it's like some people say their blessings, and it's cool. I mean, I'm not here to judge how people say their blessings. It's cool that anyone says their blessings before a meal. They can say however they want, but sometimes people go on and on and on and on. It's like, okay. See, you know, they even go so far as to joke about it in some movies, you know. I forget which movie it is, but there's this one movie I remember where they just kept, they're saying their table blessings. They're being, it might have been like Meet the Fockers or something. Can't remember. I haven't seen that since I was like 15. Strawberries. All right. There we go. Oh, honey, I'll get you something to eat. 1 sec. 1 minute. I want to make sure I stir this. Oh, it's going to clump up. Oh, wrong one. I don't want to scratch it. Dang it. Ugh. Okay. I'll be right there, baby. Okay, hon bears. There's your bowl. You hungry, boy? That's enough right there. That's enough. I think that's enough. I think that should be enough. So smoochable. What up? Oh, thank you. Hey, you have a good day too, Land P Bible. You have a good one. Take care. Thank you, A.T. Smeda. I'm making cream of wheat with some berries and some seeds and some nuts, some hemp seeds, some chia pudding, some strawberries that I've thawed out, and I love the frozen strawberries. Frozen berries are so good on cereal, and some blueberries, frozen blueberries, slightly thawed, and some pecans, and some craisins, the cranberries, dried cranberries, and hemp seeds. Good stuff. Good stuff. And I like to cook the pecans with it. Good stuff. has a nostalgic taste to it because when I was a kid, we used to have this every now and then. And I stopped eating it for such a long time that like when I had it again, it just brought back so many memories. And I imagine it would actually be kind of good with evaporated milk, but that might be a little too rich. I am using whole milk, and they like in the instructions they say use skim milk, but they always say that with cereal, so it seems like it's less calories. But this is way more nutritious. And creamier. I usually add a tiny bit part water, like 1.5 cups of whole milk, and then half a cup of water or less. A little bit of stevia. That stuff goes a long way. Try to avoid sugar, especially because of teeth. Unless I'm having the sweet potato casserole, then we're saying yes. But I try to add a little less sugar because the sweet potatoes are a little sweet already. I think by most recipes that are like dessert I usually add a little less sugar, prefer a little less sweet. The fruit and everything. Tiny bit of honey drizzle on top. So, oh, thank you. Thank you, the gray tone. How are you doing? I need to turn up the light on my phone. Oh, now I can see you better. What's up? Oh, thanks, Nicholas. Ooh, sardines are good. But I wouldn't put it on my porridge. Not with the fruit in the stevia. That'd be like more of a savory deal, like congee in a way, you know. I should try making congee like a rice porridge. I'll look that up. Like a Chinese style porridge. I really like sweet and sour soup. That stuff's hot and sour soup. It's good stuff. It's one of my favorite soups. Hot and sour soup. And I like borscht. Have it with some cod or salmon. Oh, thank you, Nicholas. Yeah, you like cream of wheat too? Yeah, it's my favorite cereal. Other than if I don't feel like having a hot cereal, I like grape nuts. But granted that it's been soaking in the milk, so it's like it's not mushy, but it's soaked in the milk enough so that it's crunchy, but also saturated. So it's just saturated with the milk enough so that it's still crunchy. Still has a bite to it. I think it might need a little more of that. Tiny. This goes such a long way. That's enough. make a dummy thick. And the strawberry juice poured on top. A little milk. You have like a strawberry cream of wheat. With pecans cooked in there. Get a bowl. Rotate that. I'll do that later. This is probably done now. Hey. Oh! Yes, forgot to tell you. Oh! Hey. Okay, that's done. That's dummy. Oh, whoa, I'm clumsy. Clumsy buffoon. Okay, that's just the light on in there. Where's the... Oh, there. That lock should be on. Okay. flat. Use that to wipe out the cameras though. Where did I put my washcloths? Thought I did the dishes. Some of the chia. I almost always have to heat this up though once I add the cool ingredients. See how hot that is. That's good. It's gonna cool down fast then. Get one. Ooh, see, it's stuck to the bottom there. What? Shando, get a grip. What you barking at? Hey, what? What, Shando? Chill out, bro. Chill out, broski. What? What? Do anyone remember when I made that enchilada casserole? Because I forgot I had like leftovers in there. Like one bowl of it. It's probably not good anymore. I don't know. I give my stuff about maybe 4 days in the fridge, maybe tops, depending on what it is. Just don't want to get sick. I can't. I'm sick. Boo, you whore. I have to heat it up again. What are you eating, Shando? I'm just moving it. It's in my way. Hot, some like it cold, some like it in the pot, 9 days old. You're a good boy, but you've already eaten, kiddo. I know you give me that look every time, like you're like you're starving, but I just fed you, baby. Okay, good. That's covered. Strawberries. I forgot the hemp seeds. I have to put most of that onto the chia pudding. This is one of those things that you can't really have, kiddo. Oh. Sorry. I'll be polite. One sec. And that was a lot of strawberry juice. There's a few left over. Yeah, I'll give you a few blueberries, kiddo. I know they're good for you. Cool. That's quite a bit there. That's it. That's it. Before I pick this up, disaster. Oh, dear Lord. Cranberries for texture. A little of that tartness. Zingity zing zing zing. Now. What are you barking at? What? What? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Going through dog puberty or what? What is that? What is that about? What is all that about, bud? Seriously though. Hey. What are you barking at? Hey, I know. You need to be a vocal dog. I get it. What are you barking at? Neighbors in the backyard? That I'd rather you didn't bark at. We're gonna have to have our own place someday, Shando, and oh dear Lord. You're gonna make it impossible. You're gonna make us get evicted. Because there's no way. Some of them are like, oh, can you give your dog to let someone else have your dog? Hell no. I'm not like my brother. Hey, you. If you'd stop barking at the neighbors, I'll give you a treat, okay? But you gotta stop doing that. Okay? I won't give you a treat unless you stop. I better not hear anything out of your mouth for 5 minutes. Or, 1 minute, I mean. I don't know what the dog probably doesn't have that long a memory. Actually, they do. And they got a good scent memory. That is. He's an awfully smart dog, dude. And keep that. Nope. You be good, and I'll give you a treat, okay? Our treats. Our treats are in the other room. So once we go in there, I'll give you one, okay? But you gotta keep your. Shut your big yappa until we're done here. Yeah. Did you like that? Did you like it when I said that? Oh, good. Such a beautiful spring day, Shando. Calm your titties. Don't that look good though? Sweet. Okay, Shando. Let's go. I'm gonna have to fix the Wi-Fi in a minute. Come on. Oh. Shando, you've been a real good boy listening to me. Just 1 sec, guys. Let's see. Here we are. Let's see. Let me just turn this on and Shando, treat. You've been a good boy. Come on in. Here we go. Tiny treats. That's what they're called. I'm not sponsoring them. Okay. Whoa. Hold your horses. You are a horse, Shando. There you go. You're on the floor because I'm eating. I don't want to get my hands all slobbery. Here, let me give you one more. You've been real good. You were really good about that. Yeah, no barking at the neighbors. You know what I'm talking about. You're smart. Oh, you're so good. Oh, I'm sorry. Insensitive note. My elbow. It wasn't that hard, but could have been a lot harder. Oh, yeah, you didn't seem like you were hurt. Good boy. So, question. Out with it. Blackberry crown with lemonade. I don't know what that is. This is cream of wheat with chia pudding on top, cooked with whole milk. So it's like you have to do two cups of milk, but I do 1.5 cups of milk, whole milk, and then half a cup of water, and then 1/3 cup of cream of wheat, which is 2 servings on the package, but it gives me a whole bowl of it. And then frozen strawberries thawed out, blueberries semi-thawed naturally next to the heat, and let's see, cranberries. I pour the strawberry juice on top and a little bit of whole milk, and some chia. Did I mention chia pudding? And hemp seeds, and oh yeah, I cooked the pecans into the cream of wheat too. And yeah, it's really good. It's really good with that sea moss on top. Sea moss gel, the mango flavor. I need my pillow, man. I need support for my back. Don't you dare get into it. behoove me to do some yoga. Not sit for so long. I mean, I did go for a walk today and stuff, but just wasn't enough. And I did do chores, but I was leaning over the sink doing dishes for like an hour. Probably not that long though. Like 30 minutes. Hi. Thank you guys. You know that means a lot to me. It really does. And people enjoy my stream. I felt bad earlier this month because, well, I mean, I was sick for like just sort of mildly sick, which means I don't have much motivation to do too much. I felt fatigued. I mean, I was here every day regardless, but I just didn't feel like up to doing very much that requires much energy. Just more like talking. Just talking about recovery, reading Bible verses, sometimes reading short stories, doing makeup, but nothing that requires too much emotional and physical energy. I mean, it does require a little emotional energy to talk about recovery for sure, but nothing really stressful. A painting shouldn't be stressful, but I'm on a very stressful part of that painting because the little studs on his jacket isn't something I'm used to. I want to get it just right, but actually, you know, they are coming out just right. Well, I mean, not perfect, but it's pretty good considering it's the first time I've ever painted studs on a jacket. Through, how is it? Super chats. Give me revenue. Provide revenue. What else? I mean, I don't know if I get much revenue through the little ads I do unless someone buys or clicks on the little product that I have displayed there. I don't get much of that, but I might get more of that as my audience grows, you know, because there's just only so many people, you know, who, and it will just, it'll keep going as long as I'm consistent. I expect fluctuations. I don't know if it's because spring is come in, people are just like spring cleaning and preparing, or what it is. Other people are just busy. But March wasn't as good as February in terms of revenue. That's okay. So I think it might be par for the course. I just gotta keep going, you know? Doesn't mean I'm gonna give up. I'm doing the best I can with what I have right now. Gotta have my Shanda with me. Gotta find if I'm gonna find another job, it's gotta be something where I can take Shanda with me. Because no one here can take care of them. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. They have enough of their own struggles and, I mean, just burdens, I should say, and other animals that they have to take care of. And gosh, I'm the one who has to clean up after all the other animals anyway, you know. And I help them out chores, and so I'm trying to make money with my painting or through my YouTube live stream or whatever. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna get monetized this soon anyway. If I were to guess at the very beginning of my live streams, I would have thought it would have been a complete failure, to be honest, because it took me a whole year to get to 400 subscribers, and I had my channel since 2016. I only started being serious about my channel at all. I only posted like, what, 2 videos? And then I only started posting more regularly and trying to make it a serious channel during my recovery. So like around 2020, a little after 2023, sometime around there, I could trace it. Like 1.5 years ago or so, or maybe 2. Now I'm almost to 5,000. Granted, I thought I was gonna make 5,000 like a week ago practically, but yeah, that's the thing. In February it was going so fast. Like sometimes I made like 100 subscribers in a day. Now on average it's like 30 subscribers per day. That is if I only post one video, and I was posting like 2 videos a day. And I think I should probably do less hours, but just better quality, more more help, more talking about recovery. Well, we do that a lot, but maybe I could implement yoga and things where I'm moving around doing stuff, painting. I gotta heat this up. Oh, I eat meat all the time, dude. Just because I'm not eating meat with every meal doesn't mean I'm vegan. I'll be right back. It's amazing how some people think that, though. Ha. Back. Thanks for your patience. Most of you, I assume. Ha. Oh, thank you. Paying a recovering addict for entertainment is highly immoral. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm not just a recurring. I've been clean for 3 years. Anyone can become an addict. Anyone is worthy, and there's more joy in heaven over one redeemed sinner than 91 righteous persons. I believe that's Luke. And so I help people with my experience. You know, one of the greatest persons I've ever known was my counselor, and he was an addict for 20 years or so. And he really helped me out. We need people who've recovered from addiction to help other people in addiction. Shame on you. Shame on you. No, you're not cool at all. And I know you're the guy from the other day. Or from earlier today. The other day. I mean, I'm not absolutely certain, but you have a very similar name. Bye-bye. Wowzers, trousers. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I think he was actually serious about that. Saying that, and they disrespect my content by saying it's nothing but entertainment. Sure, there's entertainment. Because we're more than our addictions. I do what I enjoy. I share what I enjoy with you. at the same time, I bend over backwards. I put a lot of effort into constantly talking about how I recovered, constantly trying to give people advice on how to recover, having to go over my war stories and talk about how I became an addict, whether I like it or not. And I'll tell you one thing, sometimes I get really tired of that. Mother fudger. I know, why are they even hating? Because they're probably, you know, they're like, what do they expect? Like, people who've never been addicts to go on teaching people about addiction simply because they read a textbook? People without experience? But how can you not have respect for someone who's redeeming themselves and using their own past experiences and mistakes to make a right? Or to try to help other people because I know what it's like. If I didn't know what it was like, I wouldn't even be thinking about it. In fact, I might look down on addicts, not like they do. I might have compassion, but I wouldn't know jack squat. I wouldn't have the right to talk to people about it. I do have mods. I have many mods. Heather is an excellent mod. My other mods aren't here right now. They're also cool. They're also really good mods, you know. I only have 37 people watching. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's really no point. I just blocked them. No, there's only that one person. But like, wow, like that's just the dumbest thing I ever heard. Strong people recover. Anyone can be addicted. Exactly. You know, some people will call you a narcissist or whatever, and they're usually narcissists, the ones who kind of call people narcissists all the time. But I mean, I don't get called that, but every now and then by someone in the chat, they think you're a narcissist if you so much as pat yourself on the back once. If you so much as refer to yourself as, yes, I'm a strong person. Oh, it's kind of like Regina George. Oh, so you think you're pretty. You know, it's just like that. It's just like that. They're Regina Georges. Screw them. They love to watch the world burn around them. It's low IQ. He's already eaten. He's a big boy. He's a little overweight too, so he's on a diet. I care about my dog living along, so. He had a really healthy breakfast, actually. Not just dog food. This morning I gave him some boiled white fish with an egg. And dogs can have raw eggs, and our eggs are free range. And blueberries. Yes, indeed, and chia seed. On top, a little bit of chia seed. That's good for dogs. The noive. Even my brother, who, you know, is like kind of like a no bullshit, doesn't put up with bullshit, doesn't like, you know, get all emotional about things, you know, which I wouldn't say is bullshit all the time, but like in some cases, like he's just sort of does his own thing. He said that he checked out my channel once and said it was one of the most wholesome, coolest channels. I don't know about coolest, but like sweetest, some word that like that. I'm paraphrasing, but he said it was very wholesome, which meant a lot to me. I always respected my big brother. like people always assume if I'm having something without meat, or are you vegetarian? Huh? They YouTube curates little 3 second I'm exaggerating, but like a few second clips out of my 5 hour plus long live streams, and people just take whatever they want from that and make up shit that doesn't even, that is far from what I said, you know. I read the comments and sometimes I go from one topic to the other real fast, you know. It is what it is. That's why I really try to make it a little more paced, a little more congruent. Yeah, I'll just keep blaming myself. Some people just, especially when they see someone who's in a good mood, like they just want to bring them down because they're in a bad mood. It makes them feel powerful. I know who you are. Only an addict understands addicts. Exactly, exactly. Not someone who's going to read a textbook. And, you know, they're the ones doing it only for money and nothing else. You know, with your lot, and you're like, shame on you making money off of helping people. Okay, shame on firefighters then. Shame on police officers, they make money. Shame on anyone, like counselors, therapists. Shame on anyone trying to help anyone. Shame on teachers. Shame on them. No, they should just do it for free. Shame on doctors. They should save people for free. Like, no one should get paid in that case. Dickheads. No logic. It's not like I'm making enough to even live on my own. Screw them. It's like, to those people, you got to be working at a McDonald's and be miserable making minimum wage and still not be able to afford your rent. Then you'll be an honorable citizen. Frickin' fools. You need to do what's best for your health and recovery, and you are. Make some coin while you're at it. Why not? Commission art. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and YouTube monetized me because my channel's doing well. You know, it would monetize me regardless because I have a bunch of subscribers. Oh, I mean, not that many, but like, you know, a lot of subscribers for just 2 months. You know, that's considering it took me like a whole year to get to 400 just with videos and shorts even, you know. And now I start these live streams, it's gone all the way up to practically 5,000. 2 months. You know, because this helps people. People tell me it helps them. They tell me, you know, God bless you, this is helping me so much. I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, pretty much that's the gist of it. I get a lot of that. A lot more than not. I get a lot more positive comments than not. I mean, the ones that are negative are pretty dumb, actually. Pretty ignorant. Like, people assuming that I'm, I mean, maybe they don't have bad intentions, but like, it's just kind of dumb. Like, oh, you must have smoked weed because your pupils are dilated in your last video. Well, you know, I don't know about that. Here's the thing. I only take my prescription meds. I'm weaning down from them significantly, more than I should actually. The other day, I was live streaming so much, I forgot to even take as much as I should have. And I felt a little bit of withdrawal symptoms, but I was too distracted to even really notice. Because when I take that stuff, all it does is make me feel normal again. It doesn't make me feel high. It doesn't make me feel any other difference other than just like those symptoms will go away. I don't recognize those symptoms until, I mean, sometimes I get so distracted. You know how sometimes you get distracted from how you actually feel? It's like mind over matter kind of thing. Yeah, like, not only that, he thought I was smoking weed. That is not associated with pupil dilation. That's associated with red glossy eyes, right? I don't think your eyes pupils get big from dough. Okay, from kidding. From well, yeah, not kidding. Boy, I'm glad I opened the window, honey. You're okay. You're okay. Don't look embarrassed. You're okay. I didn't notice. I did not notice. Okay. Your eye pupils can get dilated from withdrawing from the suboxone, from those sublingual strips. If you know, they had me on 3 of them per day. I went down to 2. I'm supposed to be on 2. I usually take instead 1.5 per day. And that day, I only took like 1/3 of one in the early morning. And all day long, I was live streaming. You saw me. I did not go over there to say I'm going to go get my meds. I'm always honest about that, but I don't do it on camera. I just say, I need my meds, guys. Oh, I'm getting sick. Yeah, that could have been it. Or it's been like that for a few days where I take way less than I should, because ever since I learned just how bad it is for your teeth, I'm doing everything I can. I don't take it unless I start to feel sick. And that's probably not a good idea, but I'm just really trying to wean down as much as I can, I don't want to be on 2 for too long. I want to get down to 1.5, then 1, and then half of 1, and 1/4. Well, you don't know people's story, little fish. You don't know people's story at all. People who fall into that. When I was 19, I would have said no. But when I was 26, I got out of a very ABUS relationship where I was beaten and cheated on, where my paintings were torn up, and when I tried to save my paintings, he'd beat me. And after that, I lived with my grandma, who was my best friend. She passed away just 4 months later. Then I moved again. I moved 1, 2, 3 times. And then another time I had to move with my sister. That didn't last long because they're roommates. And by the way, the roommate, the male one, they were a couple. He messed up guy. His own dad killed someone, actually. Killed his wife and baby. And the dude was sitting downstairs, and he would wink it in front of his computer in the living room, knowing that I was up in the loft. And one time he said, "You need to have sex more," or something like that to me. Just creepy shit that I had to put up with right after my grandma passed away. And I didn't feel safe at all. And so, but fortunately that didn't last. I had to move again, student housing, and I fell in with the wrong crowd. They made me feel accepted. I trusted them. I was their friend for a little while before they just felt comfortable enough to do drugs on my toilet. And I said I had social anxiety. It was like the 2nd semester of college. And they were like, "Okay, here you go. This will help if your anxiety." And I said, yes, I'll try it. I don't care anymore. I'll try it. You do not know anyone's story. You have no right to judge, you low IQ little imbecile. Little troglodyte. And I'm worried it'll get blurred out, but I have a little present for you if I can actually find it now. Where is it? It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. I got a little present for you. And if you leave, that's even better, but... Oh, I know where it is. I thought I saw it down here. Down here, man. It could just get scattered anyway. Oh, here it is. Dun, da, 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 dun, dun, dun. Da, 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 da. Also, did I mention you're a troglodyte? Thank you, Heather. Oh. Honestly, I don't care. They used you for your place. Yeah, pretty much. They sure did. They sure did. I must say they did. And they knew better. Honestly, I didn't know the difference between that. Like, I thought what H was just one thing, which was put it in, in the needle, you know, cook, like I thought it was just the spoon and all that you see in Breaking Bad. That's what I thought. I didn't know it was foil. I thought that was something else. I didn't know the differences between like different lingo for drugs or anything like that. I was naive as hell, man. I was homeschooled. So I didn't know that. I didn't have any, like, my parents would have rather I didn't know anything about that. Like, but it would have been good for me to know what it was. Before I just like blindly took it because I wanted my anxiety to go away, wanted all those terrible memories to go away, wanted to feel a sense of warmth. My eating disorder was killing me. I wanted that out of my mind. There's some people who are just like, these people are just like the people who say the anorexic people who are willing to starve themselves down to the bone, where it's one of the diseases with the highest mortality rate, or psychiatric disorders with the highest mortality rate, I should say. They're like, just eat a burger, and they mean it. They mean it. It's like, that's not gonna help. That's not gonna help, man. That'll make it worse. These people are ignorant. They're stupid. Why don't you just leave EQ Audio Beats? Dear Lord, I'm just gonna ignore you. I'm not gonna block you because you told me to. I hate people, so no one would got my trust from the start to even move on. Well, that's the thing. Like, I was too nice, too polite, too trusting. At that point in time, I hadn't run into anyone who really hurt me except for my ex and, someone I'm not going to name. I mean, I didn't really name him, but you know what I mean? Like, there are the people where it's like, I don't want to give you any hints about who they are, but like, they've hurt me. And, it's like, but I've always had supportive people too in my life who've loved me and, stood up for me every now and then. It gets harder and harder sometimes. But, now that I'm so stable in my recovery, why not help people out? Why not use it for good? Or are they saying I should just go relapse? One reason why people relapse so much, I think, is because so many people just expect them to fail. And they become beholden to other people's opinions too much. And they're like, if people think I'm going to fail, why bother even try? People aren't going to respect me anymore or treat me like a human being. Why even try? It's like the people who look at homeless people like losers, get a job, even though it's like most homeless people have a mental disability or having a really hard time with addiction, or both usually. Because people who are on the streets get mixed up with that. If you feel like there's nowhere for you to turn, you can't get a job because people won't hire you because of some mental disability, then it's like, where else do you turn for a little relief? And not everyone's a know-it-all or knows what resources are at hand to help them. They need help, but they don't have it. A lot of families kick their loved ones out onto the street for whatever reason. These people have no right to judge and tell me like, oh, shame on you, to my audience, shame on you for ever like supporting or letting an addict entertain you. Like, dude, I've been clean for 3 years. My counselor was an addict. And he, his drug was one of the, harder than my drug of choice. Even Keith Richards wouldn't touch that drug. And he's an angel. He helped me out so much. In fact, I ended up in the newspaper for being a success story at the clinic. You know, there's a little section, newspaper section for that clinic, and I was in it, pictures and all. Shando was even in it. Yeah, well, you know what? I take pride in helping people out, and the fact that people tell me that I'm helping them with their addiction, that's all that matters. That's all that matters, is that I'm helping people out. Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm connecting with others when they tell me that my content is affecting them in positive ways, and that a lot of them are addicts and that it's helping them out. That matters to me. Also, the opposite of addiction is connection, they say, and I believe that. I felt such a lack of connection when I started using, like, just so lonely when my grandma passed away. So lonely after my boyfriend cheated on me, and so unwanted. You know? Yeah, alone from assholes, that's for sure. You do remember to keep helping yourself. Oh, yes. That's what I keep doing. That's what I keep doing. And it's what keeps me strong enough to help others. You can't help others unless you help yourself. You can't help other people unless you help yourself. That's why you got to be a little selfish when you're recovering. You have to help yourself. No, I have my, I have dad. He'll always be there for me. And I'd rather not disclose too much about, you know what. These are strong magnets. I was not being dramatic there. See, look. Oh. See, they're the strongest magnets. I don't know about the strongest in the world, but see, like, oh, I can't resist them. Oh, snap. Have a friend who did her H for 13 years, been sober for 7. Lacey, good for her, man. Good for her. I would love to have her on the channel too. Like, we need more people like that on the channel, you know, to talk about, you know, share their story and inspire others and let people know that it does get better with time. Some people feel hopeless. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, he's got a lot of burdens. He's got a lot of burdens. I should get back. You know, I should talk with my counselor sometime. Let him know that I'm still doing good, though. Don't want him to worry about me and think that maybe something happened. Let him know that I have this channel and that I'm helping people out too. I'm sure he'd be proud of me if I told him about it. I'm 5'7". I'm 5'7". I'm sorry, man. I don't know how to deal with that. I mean, depression. Here's how I tried to deal with depression, and it's easier said than done. I know. It's not something I can just wish away for you. Everyone deals with it differently. But I say exercise, get fresh air, meditate. Know that it's gonna pass as you meditate. Do some breathing exercises. Do some journaling. Document it. Try to see it as a big monster that you can run from and just keep running by giving it the big old middle finger, and just, even if you feel bad in the moment, try to know that it's gonna pass, and try to think happy, positive thoughts, and move around. Drink water, eat healthy. Maybe your brain is depleted in some nutrients, you know, and keep doing it day by day, and just know that that's how I was able to make that go away somewhat, for the most part. It's mostly anxiety with me. I've never had severe, debilitating, and crippling depression, but I certainly been very anxious, but mixed in with a little bit of depression here and there throughout my life, but not much. Not as much as a lot of people have it. Some people's depression is so debilitating they can't get out of bed in the morning. I've never had it that bad. I mean, like anyone, I've felt like I can't get out of bed from time to time, but it's not much. Not much. It's like if someone says, "Oh, you're most welcome," I hope I can help, but like, I don't know, like, if my words are gonna help that much when it comes to depression, because I've seen people so depressed in my life that there's just, I I tried to give them advice, like, but considering their relationship with me, they probably thought I was better than them, and like, I'd be like, hey, like, let's go for a walk. Oh, and even when I was just talking about myself and being, hey, you know what, I'm gonna go for a walk, they thought I was like showing off and trying to be better than them. They wouldn't get out of bed whatsoever. They refused to. Yeah, I hear you. Sorry, I'm missing some of these. Advice for you: always take on the biggest and meanest dog of the yard. When you find the weakness, hey, you can do whatever you want. A truly fan, Edward Aruba. Visit sometimes. Amen. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Absolutely. I try to see it as a challenge. And if I can beat it, it makes me stronger. And if I don't beat it, I just get up again. Comedy is the way. Oh, I love comedy. I love looking, if I'm feeling down, sometimes I look up stand up or watch a funny movie, or, because sometimes, like, when I'm that sad, I can't really come up with funny things right off the bat in my head, but I can watch funny crap and it's just gonna make me laugh. Some laughter, I try to be around other people who laugh and are just silly, because it can be contagious. Just the laughter itself can make me laugh. Seeing other people laugh can make me laugh. You know that guy called, I think he's like the Rizzler or whatever. He does these expressions to like kind of allure people or whatever, and then he just takes off his thing and he's just like this bald guy with a I forget, and he's just like kind of looks sad and forlorn, and then people are like, oh, and then they start laughing because they don't know why they're even laughing. It's just, this guy's just funny. This guy gives off this aura that makes him funny. Well, it makes me laugh too, just because the other people start laughing, then I have to start laughing. And I don't know why, but sometimes when I'm in a room with people laughing, it's like when we were doing school, like homeschool, we'd be doing grammar and stuff, in the living room when we were kids. And one of my siblings would laugh, and I had to giggle. Like, I would start giggling, and I wouldn't be able to stop because they'd be giggling, and it was contagious. Try to have friends like that who are just, you know, who can make you not take yourself so seriously. Try to find something bigger outside yourself. Laughter for medicine eventually leads to overdosing on dark humor. Laugh responsibly. I don't find anything wrong with dark humor, to be honest. It's like, I mean, a lot of comedians have dark humor, and I like, that in a way, that's kind of like being able to laugh at myself and not take it so seriously. It's It's a mental survival mechanism in a way. We need more people like you in this world. Keep helping others. Thank you. Multiply. I mean, that means a lot. Breathe through depression. The weather has lots to do with it. It does, man. When it's sunny, I don't feel as depressed. Nearly so. Yeah, that's why a lot of people are depressed around here in Oregon or Alaska or, Seattle, Washington, or, it's like people get depressed in these places because it rains a lot, it's dark most of the year around. It always feels like the good times don't last long enough. And when the good times are here, you're aware of their inevitable end. And that, yeah, we're going to be stuck with gloominess again, but it doesn't have to be that way. Whatever situation you're in, try to make the best of it. Pamper yourself on rainy days. Make yourself a candlelit bath with bubbles and even treat yourself to something. Learn a new recipe. Cook it for someone else as well, Reach out to someone who you care about. That's pretty much the best advice I can give. If you have a hobby or a talent, exercise it. Prove them wrong. Real recognizes real through your explained experiences. We know you're here to help with empathy and understanding. It's a lovely thing to do in this day. And props to you, Anne. Thank you, Barney. It's always good to have you here. Yeah, when you read the Word of God, you help me on days. That's my medicine. I should do that actually. I'll put it right here just as a reminder to read that before we end the live stream. Again, my back is still killing me. My back's killing me. So I have this pillow here and it's still kind of killing me. I'm going to lay down my Shakti mat when I'm done. I have my ear strength and resilience. Thank you very much. Hi, hoping you're doing well. Thank you. Thank you, Sweet Leaf Ozzy and Ganchi. Takes a strong soul to pull yourself out of the hole. It does. And I believe, if I can do it, you can do it. I grew up with, whoops, sorry. Almost blocked someone by accident. I can come up, if I can come up out of the hole, considering that maybe it's because I tried to prove people wrong, but growing up, someone told me I didn't have a backbone or that I was a defeatist and I wanted to prove them wrong. If I can do it, you can do it. But we're stronger than we realize. I've had some good people give me good advice too. At least my ex's mother was good to me. We were good friends at one point. She gave me great advice. Wish we were still friends, but don't think it would have worked out because she's the kind of person who's like has to remain friends with everyone, and even her exes and ex-husband, like, yeah, I just can't associate with that person anymore, unfortunately, which has really made it really hard for me. But yeah, she helped me. Don't know what she would have thought if she knew I did heroin, though. Sometimes comedy can deframe hardship. I'm thinking about Tommy Boy. Yeah. Well, that's, you notice that a lot of comedians deal with depression or addiction. It's like it's a survival mechanism. It's a way to, I don't know. A lot of people who suffer know what it's like, and so they don't want other people to feel that way. They like to see other people smile. Take care, lonely panda. Hope to see you here too. Funny how some people think I'm Jewish. I'm not. Not. I mean, I've always thought that like had pressures on Jewish men for some reason, but no, I'm not. I'm Catholic, and I have just English and Welsh and Danish roots. Sometimes forcing the corners of your mouth upwards works. I was talking about that the other day, actually. Absolutely. Or maybe it was this earlier today. I think it might have been yesterday. Daniel, I was a heroin addict. For 6 years, I've been clean for 3. That's the worst thing I've done to get it fixed, dude. I don't think I should talk about that. No, that's useless information. It's not going to help anyone. Not telling you. I used to be ex, so I can relate it. I was a heroin addict, but Jesus saved me. I lost both my brothers to overdoses. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, my brother, I lost him because he ended himself. He was drank, and really suffered with a lot of demons. So I get it, man. I'm sorry. But you're a strong person, and you know, I know that God came into your life. I know he came into mine too. I know that St. Maximilian Kolbe was chosen as my patron saint before I ever chose him. When I was 17 and never knew anything about anything. I didn't know what weed was, you know, and which I don't really consider a drug. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I was still being homeschooled at that point. I was like I was a late bloomer too in terms of just, I don't know about maturity, but like just naivete, you know, wisdom, worldly wise. Didn't have any street smarts. Didn't know anything about what went on out there, pretty much. Just went to church every Sunday. And I received the sacrament of confirmation, and I chose him as my patron saint because I was interested in him since I was 15. Thought he was so brave and just kind of cool to have a modern saint. And then I learned that he's the patron saint of drug addicts, eating disorders, families, 3 things that are applicable to my life: journalists, amateur radio personalities. It's interesting, amateur radio personalities. And other things. I can look it up for you, but it's interesting, his story. He sacrificed himself for the lives of a family who were condemned to the starvation bunker. They all lived to tell the tale. And when they tried to starve him, he wouldn't pass away. That would probably also include deprivation of water, which that would usually end someone. So they gave him a shot of like carbolic acid, I think, and he passed away. I am behind, I'm sorry. Congratulations, 7 years for me. Keep up the good work. Awesome, Rangelly. We need more people like you here. Absolutely. Congratulations. You're welcome to the channel. People who aren't addicts have no idea about the demons. Well, hell no, they don't. And they just think they're so self-righteous, some of them, don't they? Like the people on who were here earlier. My gosh, the audacity. I'm a rave DJ, and I don't like seeing people struggle with substance abuse. It's so scary. It is. Thankfully, most of the people that go to those events are just there for the weekend having drinks. So yeah, yeah. And a lot of people who try those drugs don't end up doing them long term. Sometimes they get, I mean, most people get sick the first time, and it's like, oh, I hated that, and they don't continue. And the people who do continue often know, because they hear from peer pressure or whatever, that it's going to start to feel good. And then they cling to that notion and reality, and then they do it, keep doing it. Some people when they're miserable, they sort of like the pain because it distracts from the emotional pain. Kind of like, yeah, I don't want to trigger anyone. Most people have no idea that the church gets. Oh, come on. Most churches don't do that. You know, that's just like saying that that's the same that's what schools do. Their schools harvest children for the bad guys who are going to hurt them. Like, you know, any institution where there's sorry, any institution where there's children involved, there's going to be very few people who slip through the cracks and and they're not there for good purposes. They're not there to teach God's word. They're not there to do God's work. They're there to take advantage of children. They know God warned against people like that. And in his church and just in general, there are people who will take advantage of a certain system to be just so they can be around children to hurt them. And that's wrong. No one thinks that's right. Anyone who thinks that that's what Catholics are all about is just really trying to spread lies. And it has a lot of hatred and resentment in their heart and just ignorance. Okay, thank you. I knew my alcohol use was out of control when I woke up one morning to find out one of my roommates left a crap in the shower. Oh dear. I'm sorry about that, bro. That must have been an interesting morning. Yeah. Exactly. I've had people tell me, just keep sharp objects away from you. Like, no, it's the withdrawals. I've always telling you one more time, and it sucks. Well, absolutely. That's why you have to. I mean, I don't know. Different things work for different people when it comes to staying clean. But for me, it was, if I was in that situation, I would talk to my counselor or get into outpatient treatment or depends. You know, having my dog here helps. Knowing what would that, if I were to relapse, what that would mean for my dog, what that would mean burdening my dad who already has burdens on him, what that would mean, like, I mean, I have to want it too. You have to either discard life and choose H, or choose life and discard H. And I choose the latter. I choose life and discard H. I'd rather be able to go places and without having to worry about being within reach of my dealer lest I go through withdrawals, being in that prison. The longer you're without it, I mean, I'm at that, like, what is it called, termination phase, where extermination, I don't crave it. I don't think about it in that way unless I'm like telling people about my story. And even then, I am completely separated from it in that regard. I don't crave it. I don't think about it. I don't think like, oh, well, that sounds like it would be nice. No. In fact, I don't even, I'm surprised I haven't even had a drug dream. Like,
I'm more about, like, I'm kind of high on life right now, and I mean it. There's truth to that. You can be high on life, especially when you realize that you're free. It's like being out of prison and seeing the sunlight again for the first time. Unfortunately, maybe I had to get to that place to get to here, you know? Maybe that because I was agnostic for many, many years, and maybe that was the only way to get me back to God again, you know? Back to believing in God. There's a reason why St. Maximilian Kolbe was my patron saint. I know that for a fact. There's no other way I would have randomly chosen such a relevant saint for my patron back when I was a teenager and knew nothing. Oh, I need to get my little portal to charge my thing here. And also, I gotta use the restroom, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna charge this. You guys are about to go kaput. I'll be right back.
What the world? Oh my.
That's all packaged home. No, it's my gum in here. Oh, yes. Oh, my Tiger Balm. Excellent. Need to apply some of that. And my gum. My remineralizing gum. Pop goes a weasel. Hiya. Sup? Ow. Oh, you're so good. You knew I'd be back. Why, you look so demure. Like a baby deer in the meadow. I love this stuff. Oh,
I will, absolutely. Look at my boy here, though. Oops. Shando, baby. You're hiding. There you are, baby. Little dear. It's Shando. Have you guys ever seen the movie Gallivants? Gallivants? It's an 80s cartoon I grew up with. Oh, yeah. Yes. Go, Mr. White. Mm-hmm. It's a circle of life. That was my favorite Disney cartoon as a kid. The Lion King. Still is. 100%. Okay. Tiger Balm. That's what I started with. Kenna Prajit Joda snorting. Did that for 3 years. I mean, the first time I did it was like foil, then snort. And then in 2020 around COVID, I could not feel the high anymore. And you waste some of it. And I wanted to get all of it. I mean, eventually, if you do it for so long, you want to get every little last ounce out of it, unfortunately. Whether you're wreaking havoc on your body or not. Whether I'm injecting into my precious hands or not. So I have no veins in my arms. Practically. I mean, some of them will grow back. But some will be buried and broken under that scar tissue. Got to a point where I couldn't afford it anymore. I couldn't feel, I mean, as an addict, you want to feel that high. That's all that matters at that point. Once you're that far gone. I was far gone at one point. Someone was telling me after year 5, you're screwed. But I don't believe that, because I was addicted for 6 years. I mean, we're all different. But people shouldn't give up hope so easily. No, that was a fact. That's what I went for. I said people shouldn't give up hope so easily. Because the fact of the matter was I was addicted for 6 years and I managed to recover. Someone said that to me. They said, after 5 years, you're screwed. And I don't believe that one bit. I don't think people listen. They hear they just one word and they get triggered and run away with it. You know, I hear of that YouTuber Lael Hansen. There's this one video where she's like did this like rap song. And like she swore, she only said like bitch in it. But everyone just lost their crap because they don't usually hear her swear. It's like, you swear? Oh my gosh, you curse? Oh my gosh. Oh, she's an adult, dudes. Chill out. Like, she can do whatever she wants. People are freaking... I know my worth. I don't have to answer to that. Tiger Balm. It's got camphor and menthol. 11%, 11%. Okay, this says cajuput oil, cassia oil, clove oil. I knew there were cloves in here.
dementholized mint oil, and paraffin petroleum. Petroleum gel. Yeah, kind of like Vaseline. I knew I needed 2 of these. I need a whole ass freaking gallon of it. A great Monster, like the Monster energy drink. I love Tiger Balm. Yeah, I got an aching back right now, dude. It's been going on for like 2 days. That's why I've been like moving around more, walking more, stretching more. But that's, yeah, I don't know. I just hurt my back somehow. Not seriously. It's just probably from just sitting too much. Someone told me, actually 2 people in my life told me I have a longer than average torso. So it's probably having a longer than average spine. And it probably runs in my family because my dad complains of back issues. My mom complains of back. Well, she does have back issues. And that's kind of more like, yeah, I mean, if you don't move around enough, that'll happen. But yeah. Oh, that would be nice, stepping on my back. Yeah. Shando, can you do that? His claws aren't that sharp because we take a lot of walks. His claws are pretty much whittled down just from walking. You can tell your dog gets a lot of walks, and when it looks like they've had someone file their claws. I don't know about bad posture. People have always told me I have a good posture. But when I'm sitting, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes when I'm sitting for too long, my posture can weaken. Do you hate it when your palm itches and you can't get into and you know the skin is thicker right there, or your foot? You can't get that itch. Gotta like... Hi. Hey, Tricky Ricky, how's it going? Anyway, I was thinking I should make my live streams just a little bit shorter. You know, not 7 whole hours. There are things I need to do, you know, throughout my day. You know, and time goes by real fast sometimes. But I become more aware of it when I got the back pain. It can tire me out, and we need just, you know, focus on quality, not quantity so much. I mean, it's not like I always try to be here. Remember yesterday, I was like 4 hours in, I was like, okay, guys, I'm gonna leave. But then people wanted me to stay, so I was like, okay. And then I was here for another 3 hours, which is fine. But like, yeah, I don't think I can do that forever. It won't be sustainable being here 7 hours a day. Nuh-uh. Okay, so how about we read the Bible? Read the Bible. Oh yeah, that firebomb feels nice. Okay. Now, what did we recommend? Was it John? I have watched Requiem for a Dream Ganchi. Yes, I have. That's has the prettiest actress in the world in it, Jennifer Connelly. She's the prettiest actress in my opinion. Prettiest person on screen I've ever seen. Like she's just drop dead gorgeous. It has that crazy guy Jared Leto in it when he used to be cute. Now he's just kind of weird, kind of creepy guy. Okay, where's that Bible verse that was recommended to me? Okay, there's a lot of people throwing a whole bunch of stuff out at me, like just one at a time. I mean, in terms of like giving me Bible verses to read, don't just list a whole bunch, because then I'm not going to be able to keep up. want other people to be able to have a say too. Figs are good. Yeah, the patron saint of amateur radio. I'm amateur radio operators. Absolutely, that's St. Maximilian Kolbe. Is one of them. I'm sorry. Could you remind me what Bible verse? Like the first guy who recommended one, because like I don't remember what. Gosh, I can't find it either. It's my bad. Deuteronomy, okay, chapter 38, verse 8. Okay, sounds good. That's distracting. Deuteronomy, Lord of the jungle, and you creature, and the smoke and the twilight. Resting in the fields, far from the turbulent space, with a sweet need of stars and a small dark look in your face. Oh, Joker Man, you know what he wants. Oh, Joker Man, you don't give any response. It's at the very end, isn't it? That's Revelation. No, it's actually here. Here it is. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. John 3:16. Okay, I'll do that after Deuteronomy. I'm falling behind again. Eh? Wow. I fall behind so easily. And I don't have the best memory when it comes to numbers and such. Deuteronomy, here it is. Chapter 31, verse 8. 31, verse 8. Well, well, well. Okay, here it is. Almost. Here it is. It is the Lord who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. And this is a good one right here. It's right above it that I've highlighted. 6, verse 6 of that chapter. Be strong and of good courage. Do not fear or be in dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. How about... Okay, good, good. Luke, chapter 11, verses 1 to 13. I like Luke. Luke. I am your father. Luke. Okay, chapter 11. Luke. Luke. 1 to 13. Okay. He was praying in a certain place, and when he ceased, one of his disciples said to him, Lord, teach us to pray, as John taught his disciples. And he said to them, when you pray, say, Father, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Give us each day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, for we ourselves forgive everyone who is indebted to us, and lead us not into temptation. And he said to them, which of you, who has a friend, will go to him at midnight and say to him, Friend, lend me 3 loaves, for a friend of mine has arrived on a journey, and I have nothing to set before him. And he will answer from within, Do not bother me, the door is now shut, and my children are with me in bed. I cannot get up and give you anything. I tell you, though he will not get up and give him anything, because he is his friend, yet because of his importunity, he will rise and give him whatever he needs. And I tell you, ask and it will be given you, seek and you will find, knock and it will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks it will be opened. What father among you, if his son asks for a fish, will instead of a fish give him a serpent? Or if he asks for an egg, will give him a scorpion? If then who if you then who are evil know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will the heavenly Father give the Holy Spirit to those who ask them? Good one. Oh, thanks, Paul. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. Oh, there's chapter 13, verse 8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Yes. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that poppy plants existed. Opium has existed forever, yeah. Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. I do believe that's a short one. Philippians. Here it is. Chapter 4, verse 13. Yep, I have it highlighted. I can do all things in him who strengthens me. Lovely. John chapter 3, verse 16. Yep, have it highlighted. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. Very lovely. Luke chapter... I think I read that one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Oh, thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, Chuck, go screw yourself. I know you're trolling. And no, if you need something like that, go to OnlyFans and look up your favorite category. Matthew chapter 4, 1 to 11. Manipulative. Creep. Chapter 4, 1 to 11. Then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. And he fasted 40 days and 40 nights. And afterward he was hungry. And the tempter came and said to him, If you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread. But he answered, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Then the devil took him to the holy city and set him on the pinnacle of the temple and said to him, If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, He will give his angels charge of you, and on their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. Jesus said to him, Again it is written, You shall not tempt the Lord your God. Again the devil took him to a very high mountain, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them. And he said to him, All these I will give to you, if you will fall down and worship me. Then Jesus said to him, Begone, Satan, for it is written, You shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve. Is that, just want to make sure, like 11 yet. That's a very good one. That's a very, very good one. I like that. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, Shando's in charge of the farts around here. That's for damn sure. I mean, seriously. Man, he can really drop a nuke, so to speak. It can be pretty pungent in here. Just make sure I'm not like under the blanket in the winter time when his butt's underneath. Otherwise he's gonna give me the old Dutch oven, and I don't think I could survive it, to be honest. Dear Lord. That's disgusting. Hi, and hi from Croatia. How are you today? I'm doing good, Tihana. How are you? It's good to see you. Yeah, dude. No, we don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that, man. That dog. Hot diggity dog. Hot diggity dog. Dear Lord. That's what I would say if that happened. Hot diggity dog. Oh, thank you, Tihana. Appreciate that. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, people. It really does help. Okay, one more. I'm gonna open up a random verse. Okay, Sirach chapter 10, verse 4. Verse 4 to 5. The government of the earth is in the hands of the Lord, and over it he will raise up the right man for the time. The success of a man is in the hands of the Lord, and he confers his honor upon the person of the scribe. Huh. Fascinating. Oof. I'm okay. Hey, man. That might be why he missed it by an inch. I think so. I totally agree. I think that there's a reason why he's still alive, despite everything. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's also predicted just that that person indeed would get persecuted left and right. And wronged and slandered and everything in between. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. To think that was the first page I landed on. Okay. Matthew chapter 3, verse 16. And when Jesus was baptized, he went up immediately from the water, and behold, the heavens were opened, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and alighting on him. Matthew chapter, what chapter is this? Chapter 6, verse 39. And going a little farther, he fell on his face and prayed, My Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. Romans, I like Romans. Chapter 5, verse 3. More than that, we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope, and hope does not disappoint us, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. I love that one. As an addict, that's a very relevant one. Judges. Chapter 26. Chapter 20, verse 24. So the people of Israel came near against the Benjaminites the second day. Sometimes you land on a random one and it's not very conclusive. And Benjamin went against them out of Gibeah the second day and fell to the ground. 18,000 men of the people of Israel. All of these were men who drew the sword. Then all of the people of Israel, the whole army, went up and came to Bethel and wept. They sat there before the Lord and fasted that day until the evening, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. Okay, well, have something more conclusive. Try for the New Testament. Chapter 12, verse 12. For just as the body is one and has many members, and all the members of the body through many are one body, so it is with Christ. For by one Spirit we are all baptized into one body, Jews or Greeks, slaves or free, and all were made to drink of one Spirit. He must manage his own household well, keeping his children submissive and respectful in every way. For if a man does not know how to manage his own household, how can he care for God's church? He must not be a recent convert, or he may be puffed up with conceit and fall into the condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must be well thought of by outsiders, or he may fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. Oh, they're talking about anyone who aspires to the office of the bishop. Okay. Gotcha. That's different. For sure. Beloved, do not believe okay, this is John chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are of God. For many false prophets have gone out into the world. By this you know the Spirit of God. Every spirit which confesses that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is of God, and every spirit which does not confess Jesus is not of God. This is the spirit of Antichrist, of which you heard that was coming, and now it is in the world already. Little children, you are of God, and have overcome them, for he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. Ah, shut up.
Misery, 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 that's what you've chosen. I offered you friendship.
Okay, I can't do it right now. I need more phlegm. What happened to my Green Goblin impersonation?
Hello, my dear.
I can't do it now. I don't know why, but like, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't.
Misery, 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 that's what you've chosen. I offered you friendship, and you've spat in my face.
What?
Hello, my dear.
Oh my gosh, I can't do it anymore. Maybe it's because I'm getting old. Strange.
strange how that works. Hey, you have a good night, Barney. Thank you for coming to my channel. I appreciate it. I'm 35 now. Only goes downhill from there. And everybody knows that. I'm kidding. Oh man, it's been better, believe me. I used to do it a lot better. It could just be because I like get nervous when I try to perform. If I'm just like doing it alone or around my siblings or whatever, it turns out better for some reason. Like sometimes I can't do Lois from Family Guy unless I have enough phlegm. Oh, just hydroxyapatite remineralizing gum. I think that stuff's good. I got this one twice because I liked it so much. Oh, thank you.
Wrong answer.
Okay, that one didn't turn out good. You see, like, I can't do it anymore. For some reason, like, my throat's too dry or something. And I gotta, like, be loud. And even then, it doesn't even turn out the way it used to.
Wrong answer.
Okay, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to do it really good. It's really weird. That's really weird. Like my voice has changed or something. Could also be because I just got over a cold. That could also be it. Kind of. my whole. Maybe it's the smoking. Hi there. I won't be so loud. Did that hurt your ears, baby? You're an angel. What is that? These are, see, these have hydroxyapatite with xylitol. These are really good. I mean, I'm not sponsoring them, but these are really, really good. They have xylitol and hydroxyapatite, which is supposed to help remineralize your teeth. Well, not with just any man, because you can't, because some people shouldn't have children. Some people really shouldn't have children. I've seen mothers, I watch a lot of true crime, and I've seen some mothers end their babies. Not everyone. Not everyone, Chief. I'm sorry. Not everyone. I mean, maybe me someday, but because I know I'd be a good mom. But not everyone should have babies. That's a big mistake. Shouldn't even adopt them. Some mothers are terrible. Some mothers should just, like, I don't know, go into treatment, get some therapy, become a nun, something else. But some are not cut out for it. Actually, just yesterday, I watched a true crime video about a woman who suffocated her 2-year-old just because, and this 2-year-old was, I mean, there's no excuse to do that, especially to someone who's 2. But like, everyone said that this 2-year-old was a ray of sunshine. And just because she wouldn't go to bed, she like gave her an overdose of melatonin and suffocated her. And yeah, evil. There are evil people out there who should never have children. Not every woman should have at least one kid. I mean, that's, nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Not all women are good people. Yeah, evil. Demonic. I've never taken an IQ test, no. I think they're stupid. I mean, don't they usually just apply to
a certain type of intelligence when there are various types of intelligence out there, like emotional, analytical, creative, not just mathematical. I'm just getting older and wiser, and I have more common sense than I used to. And I'm well read too. I'll give myself that. I have read a lot of books. I haven't read a full book in a long time, though, I must admit. Ever since I got my phone, it's harder and harder to keep myself focused on a book. In which case, I used to paint more and listen to audiobooks. That's fun, but now there's like no room. Without the weed, though, I'm definitely going to get back into reading more. Intelligence cannot be measured. Height can be measured. Absolutely. And people try to measure it through like education and such, but like you can be educated and dumb as hell. And then you can be like not educated and very, very smart. They're just there are different types of intelligence. Math and music intelligence are strongly correlated. Yes, they are. And language intelligence, being, communication, social intelligence. I don't know if I have the highest social intelligence, but I just have social anxiety, which doesn't necessarily dictate that I am low in social intelligence. It means that haven't been as trained, and that I was homeschooled and all. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for where I am right now. We only have one life. Almost bit my tongue. Good for you, Victor. Keep it up. 8 types. Yeah. Let me see. Emotional, analytical, creative. Oh, let me look it up. You're a good boy, Shandel. Would you like a treat, buddy? Here, I'll put a little bit here on the ground for you. I think I might have tiger balm on my hand. Okay, let me see. We'll look up the various types of intelligence. And I was never a good test taker. I've done good on certain tests, actually. I always got A's on my, art history and things that I'm interested in. But, and I did really well in my Chinese classes and in my geology because I was interested, right? But if I'm not interested, man, I do really poorly. I just don't study as well. But just because you're good at studying doesn't make you, mean you're more intelligent than anyone else. Just street smarts. Let me see. I've had people here telling me not many, but like that one time someone said I was dumb and Heather blocked them. I'm glad I didn't have to read that. That was mean though. It didn't make any sense because all I was doing was my hair and makeup, and I was standing up and didn't see them until I saw block message. Like they were trolling me, like spamming me with, "Oh, you're like calling me dumb or something." So man, that's just bully. So there's naturalistic, collaborative. Yeah, collaborative people make good leaders for sure. Spatial intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, musical, existential, linguistic, creative, interpersonal, logical, mathematical, um, body kinesthetic. Hmm. So someone, even my ex, like even after we broke up, he told me like when he wanted. Well, I mean, I guess he kind of. Well, he didn't really want me back, but he told me when we were trying to still be friends, which was stupid. Um, that just getting off on good terms, kind of trying to not make ourselves bitter. But he told me I had the highest emotional intelligence of anyone he ever knew. Um, but I think, yeah, I don't have the best mathematical. I can be logical, but mathematical, no. I can be logical depending, I guess. Like, definitely creative. I don't know about existential, maybe. Uh, hmm. I don't have the best social intelligence, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. So, spatial intelligence strengthens visual and spatial judgment. Yeah, I don't have the best spatial intelligence, I don't think. Characteristic draws for fun. Oh, good at puzzles, recognizes patterns, interprets visuals. Well, I guess I do then. I do have spatial intelligence. Okay. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence strengthens physical movement, motor control, characteristics, skilled at sports, excellent. Oh, no, not me. Excellent physical coordination, remembers by doing instead of hearing or seeing. No, not me. That's why I was really bad at sports, guys. Like, I have really bad bodily kinesthetic intelligence because I was never good at sports, like, especially with everybody out there on the field in different positions. I was like, I remember when I did ultimate frisbee, even that. Like, I mean, I got better and better. So, I mean, there was a, but I mean, granted, I was the one of only two girls on the team, and the rest were like 6 foot tall guys. And I remember we all ran for the frisbee, and just as I was about to get it, I got like I I, I, I I suffered a collision by like three guys at once, ramming into me. Oh dear. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's why when I watch basketball, I don't know who's who and what's what. Like when everybody's moving around, and I mean, I know that this is okay. There's the goal here. There's the goal there, and if they get a goal over there, then they score and all that. But I can't like figure out who's who and what's what. Maybe I just need to watch it more. I do enjoy stuff like tennis. It depends. But I don't think I have great bodily. If I were out there on the field, I'd freeze like a deer in headlights, not knowing what the hell to do. Unless, maybe I had more practice throughout my life. But I mean, did soccer once, and I probably didn't do that bad at that. But yeah, I don't know. It was never really my thing. Ping pong is cool, man. I remember enjoying ping pong when I um at this one like church group that where we'd have like a party afterwards and play ping pong and have a feast, coffee. Okay, musical intelligence strengthens rhythm and music. Strengths are rhythm and music. Characteristics: appreciation for music, thinks in sounds and patterns, rich in understanding of musical structure, notes. Yeah, I guess I mean, if I studied notes, I'd be pretty good at that. I'd probably be able to strengthen that and intellect pretty easily. Aspect of intelligence. Um, linguistic intelligence strengthens words, language, writing. Oh, I'm really good at writing. I do have some linguistic intelligence. Enjoys writing, yes I do. Reading, yes I do. Good at public speaking, no I'm not. Very persuasive, I don't know about that. can explain things well. Depends. If I'm anxious, I stutter, and I'm terrible at that when I'm anxious. When I have the social anxiety comes up, I get like the stage fright sort of deal. Like, I know I'm not good at that. But half of that I am good at. Logical and mathematical skills, strengths, analyzing problems, mathematical operations, characteristics, fast problem solver, understands complex computations, and thinking about abstract. You see, that's the one thing I'm not good at, mathematical skills. I'm just not. And I think that's most people. I mean, some of the most intelligent people I've known weren't good at that, but good at everything else. Interpersonal intelligence strengths are understanding and relating to others. That's like empathetic intelligence. Strong emotional intelligence skills creates healthy relationships, good at solving conflicts. I can be pretty good at that. I do. I mean, I've been told I do, I should say. I don't know, but maybe, yeah. Interpersonal intelligence strengths, introspection and self-reflection. Yeah. Characteristics understands one's own strengths, weaknesses, highly self-aware, sensitive to one's own feelings. Oh, that's me. I think I have pretty high intrapersonal intelligence for sure. That's why I'm able to delve deep and realize and admit when I'm wrong and know what matters in life, such as keeping your integrity and not just living by superficial values, and knowing that like what friends mean will stick around because they actually care about you. I was able to gain a little foresight into that before it was too, well, it was never really too late, but like, you know, I'm glad I woke up when I did. Um, yeah. Naturalistic intelligence, strengths, seeing patterns in relationship. Oops, sorry. Interested in areas. Okay, seeing patterns in relationships to nature. Interested in areas like botany, biology, zoology. Appreciation for nature. Enjoys activities like camping, gardening, hiking. Well, I enjoy all those activities. Those are some of my favorite activities of all time. So maybe I feel like I have a little bit of each, but they didn't even mention creative intelligence here, did they? Where is it? Huh. Here's the 9 types infographic. So spatial, visualizing the world in 3D. Interpersonal, understanding yourself, what you feel and what you want. Yeah, I do have that. I know my limits. Finding the right words, but I do also know that with time and patience, one can also condition oneself to learn a certain thing. Finding the right words to express what you mean, linguistic. Depends. Like if I'm anxious, no. If I have social anxiety and I'm like put on the spot, absolutely not. Coordinating your mind with your body, bodily kinesthetic. No, no, not really. Sensing people's feelings, that's like the one I'm worst at. Like the sports, like sort of intelligence. Sensing people's feelings and motives, interpersonal, yeah, I'm pretty good at that actually. That's one of the ones I'm highest in probably. Tackling the questions of why we live and why we die, existential, quantifying things, and logical, mathematical. That one I'm also not that good at. Quantifying things, making hypotheses, and proving them. No. Musical, discerning sounds or pitch, tone, rhythm, and timbre. You know, if I were more familiar with it, I'd probably be good at that. Natural. I mean, I have a very diverse musical taste. I have a good taste in music. That's all I can say about that. Natural, and also my piano teacher told me I had a very good rhythm and feeling in my music. Like if I could just imagine, visualize a place that sort of synchronizes with the music. Like when I hear Debussy, I imagine a beautiful impressionist painting or a beautiful field in the springtime, raining. Imagine I can formulate a picture in my mind, and then it makes the music sound better. And so my piano teacher would encourage me to do that as I was playing rather than focus too much on the mathematical aspects, like how I was playing and what to, in that sense, like muscle memory was very useful for me in that regard. Spatial visualizing the world in 3D. Of course, I had learned the notes and everything, but if I thought about the notes too much, obsessed over them too much, sometimes I couldn't like hand-eye coordinate, Where is my? They do not value creative people here. And creativity certainly is a type of intelligence. Where are the painters here? It's ridiculous. Painting is a very acute sense of intelligence, of creative intelligence. Visual, maybe it's visual intelligence that they're talking about, or no. But they say the 9 types of intelligence, and so far I haven't seen. So far I have not seen like creative intelligence, which is strange. So there's body smart, bodily kinesthetic, interpersonal, people smart, verbal linguistic, word smart, word smart, logical, mathematical, logic smart, naturalistic, nature smart, interpersonal, self smart, visual, spatial, picture smart. Well, you know what? I do have a good eye. And that can apply to like painting and composition and photography. Visual, spatial. That's the thing. You don't want to mix that in with bodily kinesthetic, I guess. Yeah. And then there's music smart, picture smart, visual, spatial. That's probably what falls into like creative intelligence and being able to see a good composition or what would make a good photo, and you're taking when you're in photography and Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Eddie Roy and everybody and Nicholas. Oh. I am I don't really give much stock to astrology, but for whatever it's worth, I'm a Leo and the moon sign. I don't know. Georgia. And wants to max out all the intelligence. It's like it's Skyrim. Dude. At this point in my life, I'm not even gonna bother with some of them. It's like, at least that's a type of intelligence though. That's me knowing my limits. That's like interpersonal, or what type of intelligence was that? Knowing my limits, like existential intelligence, kind of, you know. Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you very much, Kilroy. Oh, I appreciate that. Hey, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back, but thank you very much. I'll be right back. Misery, that's what you chosen.
here's the thing. Did I open my window again? Oh, I think they missed 3 types of intelligence. I would add 3 more. Humor, comedy. Being able to be a comedian takes a certain type of intelligence that's rare. And not many, I mean, like look at Ricky Gervais. I mean, he's intelligent as hell. They're all geniuses, a lot of them. Robin Williams, Jim Carrey. I mean, there's humor intelligence, right? Then there's creative intelligence, which they did not mention. You may be able to say that's like visual intelligence and being able to determine a good composition. And there's also analytical intelligence, which I guess maybe one of those encompasses analytical intelligence, but I don't think they mention that. You know, being able to analyze things, you know, and maybe that's like interpersonal, or I don't know. I need to study then. But yeah, I think they missed some. I think it's more than just 9. I would say there might be like 15 in fact. Hey buddy, what's up? You know guys, I'm gonna end the live stream pretty soon here. Oh no. Oh, I need that. See, that's why I'm bad at spatial intelligence. I just knocked my chin off. Might be because my chin's so big. See, I can own it. I don't have a big chin, but I do when I do this. What's up? What's up, dog? What's up? What up? What do you want? What do you want? What's the sitch? What? Gosh, that Tiger Ball made my back cold. Thank you for timing out the arsehole before I have to look at that. One second. We might lose the connection. You need to go potty, baby? Go. Go, huh? 1. I'm gonna count to 10. If you don't go out, I'm gonna close the store. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna call it a day pretty soon, yeah. So, yeah, you guys, thank you very much for coming to my channel, and please don't forget to subscribe. It's very much appreciated. I have a pug, and she is my best friend. I talk to her all the time. Yo, I had a pug from the ages of 6 and 17, and his name was Mason, and he was a big, sweet Jabba the Hutt angel, but he hated walks, man. I tried to take him for walks. I had to carry him all the way down out of view of the house in order to get him to go for a walk. Otherwise, he just really resist back and let his rolls overlap his head. He was hilarious. You know what Mason would do, our pug? Repeatedly. We live in the suburbs, right? And there's like a curve in the road. He would go out to the middle of the street and just lay on his back, splayed out in the sunshine, and a car would come along, and would just honk. And I was like, oh, not again. And I had to run out, pick up Mason, apologize profusely, and go back into the house, go back to my own thing, only for him to run back outside again, do the same thing. He was funny. All right. Well, Shando, I think it's been over 10 seconds. You gonna go out or what? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm done. Shando, silly. I know what you're doing. right. So guys, I just want to thank you very much for coming to my channel. I'm gonna dip out now. So thank you guys. Your cat does that too. Nice. Animals, your pets are hilarious. Animals in general can be really funny. Pugs are hilarious. They got funny faces and funny personalities, and they're stubborn as hell. Bye bye. Take care, guys. Thank you very much. No, I do not drink unless it's coffee. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate everything. Please don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the flip side, okay? Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Jason, Cruel the Kid, Nicholas, Heather. Thank you, Ganchi. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Fixa. Thank you, Kilroy. And thank you, everyone else I haven't mentioned yet. I really appreciate you guys, okay? All right. Take care. Bye-bye.